We have arrived today at Torquay, Victoria. We flew into Melbourne Airport, drove an hour and a half out to Torquay in remote Victoria, and it is beautiful out here. If you have not been here, the beaches are pristine. It's a very cool vibe on the street. I wish we were here for longer, but talking about beautiful, we've arrived at Bones Gym. Now, I've only seen posts on social media, but this gym looks pretty awesome, and they've got a really, really cool team considering they're so far away from the big cities. Now, our guest today is none other than Kim Tran, who's recently moved to the international scene and has a very exciting amateur career and 3-0 as a pro. So she's been very, very active over the last few years. So I'm keen to work out what her mentality is about trying to stay active so much, especially in the women's division where there's not as many opportunities, but also how she's finding her success on the international scene. So let's go into Bones Gym, let's go say hi and check it all out.
Make some noise for Kim Tran!
Are you just a little bit crazy?
I'm fucking tapped in the head. Simply walked into an MMA gym and then just like never looked back, really. Just became obsessed with it. There's something about training MMA, it's so vulnerable, but then you just go back the next day and you just do it all over again. It's like you're in high definition when you're fighting. There's not many of us, and you kind of, when you meet another girl that's like your size, you're like, so you're cool with each other, but you're also like, we'll probably fight. And like, I'm down, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do it without them. Yeah. So, you know, if you're down, I'm down, let's do it. I had that feeling of just fucking going for it and like feeling really free, like so much that like afterwards I was like, I didn't know that was me. Am I fighting not to lose or to win? And there is a difference.
Hey mate, how you doing?
Oh, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Super welcome.
This is pretty special, mate. I don't think photos do it justice.
It's a big place. Yeah, it's got good energy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Beautiful. We got Kim on the cards today to have a chat to.
Yep.
You guys only just got back from Thailand like last week?
Just this week.
Okay.
So straight back into the swing of things. She's got another fight booked in 7 weeks. So today we're going to have a bit of a loosen out, kind of get back into the flow. She had a bit of a blowout week in Bangkok, so we'll see how she goes.
I think she deserved after that performance as well,
Yeah, I think so.
and especially if she's booked already. So that's fair enough. Give us a little bit of a tour of the place, and we'll have a chat to Kim.
Cool, sounds good. So when we opened this gym, we blessed it with a large ring. This is made by the same people who in Thailand who make One Championships rings. This thing gets a lot of love, and it's kind of the centerpiece of the gym, I guess. The sun sets like out that door, so when you get magic out, it's like the best place to train. So there's 2 pillars to what we do. We do MMA and we do Muay Thai. We've got dedicated coaching teams for both. Because we're positioned regionally, it's quite important that we're able to provide options to people in this area, and we're just really lucky to have the coaches with the expertise to actually do that to a high quality. Bottom level is where all our Muay Thai happens. Right now behind me we've got our kids program underway. It's school holidays right now.
Is this the one you've signed me up for, is it?
Yeah, so
I knew it.
You know, it's the gorilla hypothetical.
Oh, this is cool.
This is where the MMA magic happens. The program consists of MMA specific striking, wrestling. Our jiu-jitsu program runs a bit differently. We do grappling standing as its own class, as opposed to wrestling. So clinch, essentially no-gi, judo, clinch fighting, grip fighting, etc. And then we've got grappling grounded. So it's split up. You see behind us, we used to have a full-size octagon. We've put it on the ground and we've removed half of the cage panels to form 2 octagons. You've got a lot more functional wall space, but you've still got the visual representation of the mat. 6 years now going strong in this town, and like some of those kids who started the program with us in the high school are now actively involved in a coaching capacity here, which is pretty cool and kind of testament to its sustainability in the town, I think.
And how are you finding that you continually bring such talent to, I guess, the isolated region of Victoria compared to Melbourne, which is an hour and a half to 2 hours away? You seem to have a lot of good talent come through the door consistently all the time.
There's some characteristics about living in Australia in a regional setting that lend towards having a hotbed of talent. The opportunity of living regionally means like more free play. They're out kicking the footy all day. Pretty much every kid in the town participates in some kind of team sport, whether it be footy or soccer. There's a lot of individual pursuits undertaken here. Surfing is a big one in our town. So we've got kids and teenagers who are developing athletically and getting all these ready for sports skills from a very young age. That's led to a place where, in the off season we'll get footy players come through, the age-old story, just to stay fit and they never leave.
Played football, AFL growing up at a high level, and fell in love with martial arts and never left. So literally textbook of what you just said. So I feel very home here, near the beach. It's a beautiful spot, awesome gym. Now I think I might try and find Kim and have a bit of a hit out.
Just round her up.
And if you haven't seen or heard, Kim's the most viral person on the internet at the moment with her third round KO on one championship, which is pretty awesome, I must say.
Oh, thank you. Didn't expect it to come from that, but I can always rely on my right hand. So
Kicks to the body, it can just be dangerous.
3-0 as a pro.
yeah.
Pretty good start. That's over 10 months you've done those 3 fights though, am I right?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that because my goal was I wanted 3 to 4 pro fights in the year, which I thought was pretty ambitious for small female. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Booked again for the end of the year as well. So yeah, super happy with that. That'll be 4 fights in a year. So stoked.
That's awesome activity. Over your amateur career, which I believe is 2 years, you had 8 amateur fights over those 2 years. So that's 4 fights a year. So this is not new territory where you're all of a sudden you're just active. You've been competing at this consistency for a while.
Well, I thought when I got to pro that it would slow down. And it might. Who knows? Yeah.
How did you find the Australian MMA scene as a female and getting fights? I've had teammates that have struggled to get fights. You seem to be the exception where you're ready to throw down with anyone anytime.
So I do feel like it is growing, the amateur female scene in Australia is growing. There's just not many of us. But also when I was in Thailand, because when I first headed over there, I was an amateur and I was like, oh cool, I'll bang out some amateur fights while I'm there. And that was hard. I flew to New Zealand to fight an amateur fight because I couldn't get one in Thailand. So I don't know, it's just difficult at times, I've trained with most of the girls that I fought. Ash, she was an old teammate. Mike and I trained with her for a little while prior to our pro fight together. Mia, it just, I don't know. There's not many of us, and you when you meet another girl that's your size, you're so you're cool with each other, but you're also we'll probably fight. And I'm down, you know what I mean? I can't do it without them. So, if you're down, I'm down, let's do it.
I think that's a pretty kind of cool part of it is look, we can train together, one day we're going to fight each other. I think that's probably my favorite part about filming the series is I'm getting to train with gyms where I'm going to fight some of their teammates sometime or have fought some of them. But we're able to kind of cross-train, have some fun and just respect the sport and what we have to do when we get in that cage.
This is a fight team. Anyone who's had a fight is intending to fight. Good amateur level. We've got some novice level guys as well, more inter-club sort of standard. And then obviously Kim being the pro. The idea of this is that I've come in, I've closed the distance to the point I can just reach him. I'm just inside the moat here. I exit back out. I take my angle. Now I don't want my opponent to just run in and take all this space that I've created. So I just give the feint to just hopefully hold them in their tracks for a moment.
What started your MMA journey?
I live down the street from an MMA gym, and at the time, so everything was locked down in Melbourne, and me and my mate were just hitting pads in the park. We had no idea what we were doing, all going off YouTube and shit. And then I just knew when things opened back up that I was gonna go and sign up, and then that's truly it.
And just fell in love with it.
Always really fit, but prior to finding MMA, I was I wanted to do or try a sport, but I think MMA fit perfectly. It was visceral. I can't really put words to it, but I was just obsessed with it from the beginning, and I just still am. Still am. Everyone around me when I started fighting was that makes sense. Not that I'm walking around aggressive, but they just are she's just
it's an energy thing rather than an
intensity. Yeah.
Now, your first few fights, at what point or which fight did you go, oh shit, or oh yeah, this is 100% for me?
There was no oh shit moments yet.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes. I'm sure, like, I feel like there will be. I don't know. I think there will be, and that's okay. That's just like part of it. You know what I mean? I've felt oh shit like a million times in training as well. But it just leaves you like wanting to come back and do it all over again. I do remember when I started though, I was like, there's something about training MMA, it's so vulnerable, but then you just go back the next day and you just do it all over again. Doing gymnastics when I was younger like helped, like spatial awareness, balance, like all that sort of thing, but like more aggressive, so we love that.
Now, fighting recently on One Championship, you had a few international fights here.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between fighting overseas and fighting the local scene?
The biggest difference? I did have people sort of like express that to me with this fight. Like they were like, oh, you're fighting on One, like, oh my God. I'd be like shitting myself, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know, I didn't really want to approach it like any different. Obviously, you know, it's like it's a bigger stage from what I've fought on, but I didn't want to approach it any differently. I think after I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty fucking cool. But no, I didn't want to like get lost in that because I feel like that was going to take me away from the fight itself, which, I don't know, I think about this all the time as well, is like at the end of the day, no matter where you're fighting, like I'm here because I like the act of fighting. And I like training, you know, even if I wasn't fighting, I'd be training. Like I like doing the thing. I'm not in it because I want to do media stuff or I want to be like it be an image thing. I just like it because I genuinely like fighting. So to me, you go in the cage to do that thing and that thing only. Like if you only liked winning a fight and you didn't like the rest of it, then you shouldn't be doing it. That's what I think. You should like the process. Like I enjoy the whole journey of all of it. Like I coach now here as well, you know. I love training, I love learning. I met my partner through MMA. Like it's given me so much. Even if I wasn't fighting, I'd still be in love with it. But you know, fighting is epic as well. So
it's crazy that you're saying that because the more we spend on this journey and talking to different fighters at all different levels, from early amateur to high level to international, everyone is speaking the exact same words in a different way. And what you just said there, I think truly, if I was to wrap up this whole season, I would just have that quote of what you just said there, is early in the career or the people that are fixated on the result or the fame, or I call the ego fighter, they do not last in the sport. It's a very short career. But people that start like that also mature in the sport and realize it's not about that, and that's when their career then starts to prosper and they start fighting for the right reasons. And I see that so many times is people start a certain way and they quickly realize that they're burning the fuse very, very quickly, and then they're not going to get to where they want. When we start maturing the sport, we start seeing the bigger picture for word what we just said, everyone across the board is on the same page there. I think there's something in that. I think there truly is something in that.
Well, I feel like that's why Australian MMA, or like you see the pros going on to the international stage, why they do so well is because we have a really good amateur scene. We get that chance to develop and see whether you like it. Like maybe you just have 3 fights as an amateur and you're like, yeah, that was fun, but it's not for me. I do think the amateur shows that we have, some of them feel like pro shows. So there's benefits and like cons to that, because like you get that feel, which is really fun, but also if you just love the lights and the action and the TV and all that stuff, so you still get that, like, I guess, I don't know, if people are doing it for validation, you can get it at amateur. But I do feel like if you approach amateur as like Matt says, approach amateur fighting like Saturday sport, then you can get the most out of it. And by the time you go to pro, you've sort of weeded out the people that just wanted to do it for a bit of fun, or, you know, maybe they learned they weren't cut out for it. I think Australians, when they reach that pro level, they're really prepared. Like when you watch like the pros fight, or even some of the amateur fights, I'm like, these guys are pro level. And yeah, you can see, you know, people are doing really well on the world stage. So I would say it's, you know, partly due to our amateur scene, but also, I don't know about other people's experience, but for me, when I walked into a gym and I started MMA, like I started MMA as its own unique discipline, like it wasn't kickboxing and then into MMA or jiu-jitsu or whatever. MMA is its own thing, and I started with that from the beginning. So I feel like I didn't need to adapt style. I just hit the ground running with MMA, and here we do MMA grappling, MMA sparring, MMA striking, which is different to Muay Thai, straight kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, etc. So I feel like maybe that as well is why we're doing so well.
I agree. I think that's spot on with that. I started 15 years ago in Muay Thai, and when MMA was not a lot happening in the local scene, and then in the last 5 years, has converted to the dark side, if you're a Muay Thai fan, but I've converted to MMA, and we're noticing more people are starting MMA rather than having that conversion, and there's more and more gyms and communities like this where you've got talented people that are now fighting at different levels, coaching and passing down that knowledge at all levels of the process. And it can only, as you said, we've got amateur fights now that are I'm looking at these guys throw down, I'm like, holy, I could not imagine. And that's from, you got 18-year-olds and on proving grounds to headlining amateur shows on Eternal. These guys are absolutely, and girls are absolutely incredible. So I think you hit the nail on the head twice there. Are you sure you didn't read a script before we jump on this?
No. This is live.
That's keeping that, we're keeping that in for sure.
Next fight will be in a few months. That'll take me to 4-0. I think I need a few more wins and then take it next level. 28, so I want to get it going now, If you lose, just learn from it and go again. I had 3 losses in a row when I came to a win before I went to step to pro. Even the commentators mention it, oh, she's on a bit of a skid, she's lost 3 in a row, she's got a point to prove, and it was like that. I came in and dropped her, because I was I'm not losing, I'm fucking winning. And yeah, you just fight back and go again.
Nothing's gonna shake us. Nothing's gonna break us. No, nothing's gonna shake us. Nothing's gonna break us. No, when the pressure getting heavy, never folding up. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Yeah, we got the touch. When the pressure getting heavy, never folding up. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Yeah, we got the touch. When the pressure getting heavy, never folding up. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Yeah, we got the touch. When the pressure getting heavy, never folding up. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Yeah, we got the touch. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Yeah, really fun session.
Yeah, they're Geordie, Matt, George, they're all really big on concepts. Instead of learning a drill or a technique step by step, rote learning it. We started it with the kids, and then we had so much success with them, and now they're doing it a lot in the adults as well. And so
I think it's good because it gives you a direction, but it leaves room for creativity.
Yes.
Which means person to person you can kind of differentiate. Took me a few goes to be like, oh shit, what are we doing? But if I just look around long enough, I'll pick it up eventually.
Yeah.
What's next? What are we doing now?
We are doing grappling standing. Did get us to take our gloves off, so we'll see. I'm not sure.
Perfect. I'm excited. I'm
Let's
sweaty
go.
and I'm excited. I think I'm still the sweatiest dude in every gym I've ever been to.
In your amateur career, you're currently your only losses, and you just kept pushing, staying active. How did those losses affect you? And through those losses, were there ups and downs, or was there a point where you started to adopt this more positive mindset towards the fight game?
To be honest, I had my first loss at amateur, it was my second fight. I was so down about it. I was so cut up, and then you realize, oh my god, it doesn't even fucking matter. Who cares? You get real down, and then you're oh my god, life goes on. I think it's almost good to lose that, it makes you face things in a different way. And I'm grateful for all my losses that I had. It's what happens after, you can lose a fight, but it's what happens after where the lessons are.
My career has fast-tracked because I had the losses that I have, and I wouldn't be competing against these top guys if I hadn't have had my first loss, and then how I learnt from my second loss put me in a position 6 months later to fight for the Australian title.
Yeah.
And then look, I've lost that as well. Damn, the more I say this, the worse it gets. But exactly what you're preaching there. Like every time I take these hard fights and it doesn't go my way, they're all opportunities for me to just throw it in and be like, oh, it wasn't meant to be. Or you can turn around and make that into the biggest asset you've ever got. And it goes back to what you were saying before, if you're fixated on the goal, you're fixated on the outcome, you miss the opportunity for that growth to happen.
Yes.
And I think that when I look back or would talk to myself 10 years ago when I first started, I think that's what I'll install in myself is the maturity of love the journey, love the process. The greatness will come from it. And whatever form it chooses to come, it'll come. To just be ready when it comes.
Something you said then, it made me think of like something that came up for me when I was gonna have my second pro fight. I had this like feeling of, I don't want to lose. But then I was like, wait, am I fighting not to lose or to win? And there is a difference.
Huge difference.
There's a difference between, like, if you're fighting to not lose, you're fighting cautious and protective and you're not going to let go and you're not going to, like, flow. You're not going to be free because you're, like, holding on to this, like, identity of, you're, like, it's this feeling. Like, it's literally, like, holding it on too tight. Whereas, wouldn't you be, like, more content and fulfilled if you were fighting to win, putting it all out there, and even if you lost, like you have nothing to be upset about because you're like, I did everything that I could, you know? Yeah, are you fighting to win or are you fighting to not lose? That was something I like to think about because it's like an attitude shift.
Why fighting? Like, why do you like fighting? Why do you keep fighting? Why is this the pursuit that you're taking? It's a hard question, I know.
I would love to know, like.
Are you just a little bit crazy? Or is there something about
I'm fucking tapped in the head. I am. Just ask my boyfriend. And anybody around me. It's like you're in high definition when you're fighting, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're more present than you could ever be. I love that about it. I love that you are forever learning. I'm never going to stop learning. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel alive. It makes you feel you're present. Go do something that you're terrified of and you will learn from it. Because, yeah, like life, you know, I have a roof over my head. I can eat. I have friends and family. Like, my life is good, you know? So you got to make it hard somehow, and why not fight? That's like really hard. And training is really hard. I'll be in the corner of the mat like having a cry like once a week. But
every day is a new version of hard.
Yeah. I feel like that builds your character. But anyway, yeah, makes me feel alive.
You couldn't have scripted this any better. You're spot on. You got a great attitude towards it. Love your energy, and I think if a lot of people can take on 10% of what you said today, when they're starting their career or if they're halfway through their career looking for direction, I think you are an incredible role model for the Australian MMA community. And I could say it better than what you've said today. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. That's really nice.
I'm looking forward to what's next for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, no! Nah! I keep fucking it up. Thank you. Jenny? Just a fighter. Like, I'm not just this one thing. Like, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, you get validation when you win and all that shit, but like, I'm fine. Kim as a person isn't actually just a fighter. Like, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, like a coach that's fulfilling. Like I'm all these other things. I'm not just a fighter. So if something happened, like yeah, it'd be devastating, but my world is not fucking over as well.
Like if you show up every day and you train hard and like you put the work in, like you can 100% do this. I mean, you know, you got a problem if the only way you can be truly present is if someone's trying to kill you, and unfortunately I'm definitely one of those people. It's no longer a decision. It's just, this is what you do. This is just, I get up at this time, I go to training at this time, whether I'm injured or not injured, like I'm gonna be here, you know? I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to push the body as far as it'll go. I'll probably, you know, will not be able to walk or anything at 40, 45, but I think it'll be worth it.
I think we signed that right away when we take our first fight and we realise that we're hooked. We kind of go, all right, well, this is a career where I won't be moving when I'm older.